Let's jump right in. If you've been watching the massive wave of AI developments lately, you've absolutely heard the term agent thrown around. It's used to describe everything from basic chatbots to wildly complex autonomous systems. But honestly, what actually makes an agent an agent? In this explainer, we are completely stripping away the hype to reveal the true underlying mechanics. We're going to break down the universal engine that powers literally all of them, the agent loop. Get ready, because we are unpacking exactly how these systems perceive, reason, and act to solve incredibly complex problems. Okay, let's dive into this explainer. Here is our map for today's deconstruction. We'll start with the universal agent engine itself, then we'll break down the specific phases: perceive for gathering context, reason as the decision step, and act for closing the loop. After that, we'll look at the loop in action and finish up with the shared substrate underlying it all. Basically, we're going to break down this engine piece by piece before we actually watch it run. Let's start with that universal agent engine and really strip away the branding. This is where we clear out all the flashy interfaces in the marketing jargon. When you look under the hood, there is a massive revelation waiting for you about how these systems actually operate. I want to pose this question directly to you. What do coding assistants, customer service systems, and research bots all share? On the surface, these look like wildly different products, right? A coding assistant is actively writing software in a developer environment, a customer service bot is digging through databases to process a refund, and a research bot is out there scouring the web for academic papers. These seem completely distinct. But here is the reality. Once you strip away the chat windows and the specific data they look at, every single one of those agents relies on the exact same underlying mechanical engine. Literally, the only thing that truly differs is the user interface and the specific external tools they are allowed to use. At their core, they all operate on a continuous, cyclical loop that alternates between thinking and doing. They don't just generate a single text response like your traditional language model. They enter a multi-step process. They are constantly assessing their environment, deciding what to do, and executing an action over and over again until the job is fully done. So let's look at the very foundation of this loop: perceive, which is how the agent gathers its context. An AI agent, no matter how insanely sophisticated it seems, can only act on what it can actually see and process at any given moment. Now look closely at how we redefine perception here, because it's a real game changer. When we talk about standard AI, we usually just think about the initial prompt. You type a question, the AI answers. But for an agent, perception is so much more. It is the complete active context window at that exact microsecond in time. Yes, it includes your original request, but it also includes the results of any tools it just used, the text of files it just opened, its own internal thoughts from previous steps, and, this is absolutely crucial, any error messages it just received from a failed action. The agent's entire reality is completely defined by this accumulated environmental state. And this brilliantly illustrates why getting perception right is so critical. If an agent has complete perception, meaning its context window is successfully updated with the very latest tool outputs and errors, it can reason accurately about what to do next. But contrast that with stale perception. If the environment changes or a tool fails, but the agent's context isn't updated to reflect that reality, the whole system breaks down. Research actually shows that incomplete or stale perception is the #1 cause of agents getting stuck in infinite loops. They'll just keep trying to open a file that doesn't exist or use a tool incorrectly over and over again because they quite literally cannot perceive that their previous action just failed. Which brings us to the next phase, reason. This is the decision step where the agent routes its next move. Once the agent has perceived its environment, it has to decide what to do with all that information. I really want to reframe how you think about AI thinking right here. In an agent loop, reasoning is fundamentally a routing and decision-making step. It is not just a text generation step. The agent isn't just trying to write a polite response to you, it's actively evaluating its perception to determine exactly which path to take next. It essentially runs through a checklist. First, is the final task genuinely complete? If yes, great, I can stop. If no, what's missing? Do I need to call a tool to gather more data? Am I stuck, and should I ask the user for clarification? Or maybe the environment shifted, and I need to keep thinking to adjust my overall plan. This structured internal monologue is exactly what guides the agent's next physical move. And that next physical move takes us to act, closing the loop and interfacing with the external world. Without action, an AI is really just a brain in a jar. Action is how that internal reasoning gets translated into an external operation to interface with the world. So the crucial point is this: the loop closes when the result of an action becomes the system's very next perception. Let that sink in for a second. The agent reasons that it needs to search the web, so it acts by running a search query. The external system spits back a list of websites. Well, that list of websites is immediately fed back into the agent as its brand new perception, and the cycle starts all over again. Perceive the new data, reason about what it means, act on it. This continuous, self-feeding feedback loop is the absolute heartbeat of all autonomous AI systems. Let's bring this theory to life and actually watch the loop in action. We are going to watch this assembled machine run a generic multi-step task, let's say researching a topic and producing a short summary with sources. And we're going to track exactly what the agent perceives, reasons, and acts upon across multiple passes of the loop. Let's start with pass 1. The agent boots up. What does it perceive? Just a blank slate containing your initial prompt, research this topic, and provide a summary with sources. Next, it enters the reasoning phase. It analyzes that perception and realizes, okay, I don't have this specific information in my internal data, so I need to go find it. It routes itself to the best next step. Finally, the action. It executes a query using its web search tool. Pass 1 is done. Immediately, the agent rolls right into pass 2. The output of that search action is fed back into the system. So what does it perceive now? It perceives the list of search engine results. It enters the reasoning phase again. It evaluates the titles and the snippets and decides which specific link holds the most credible and relevant data. Once it makes that decision, it acts. It uses a web scraping tool to extract the full text from that chosen link. Pass 2 is complete. Now we enter pass 3, and this is where it all comes together. The agent perceives the massive wall of text that was just extracted from the website. It goes into the reasoning phase. It analyzes that text against your original prompt. It thinks, does this text contain the facts I need? Yes. Do I have the source URL? Yes. This is the aha moment. The reasoning step decides that the overarching task is genuinely complete. There's no need to call another tool. Finally, it acts. It generates the final formatted summary for you, outputs the text, and officially stops the engine. The loop is broken and the task is solved. So where does this all fit in the bigger picture? Let's talk about the shared substrate, or really the architecture of the future. Now that you've seen the mechanics of the loop, I want to zoom back out and connect this to the broader landscape of AI frameworks you might be hearing about. So the crucial point is that whether developers are building basic tools or massively complex corporate ecosystems, they are all building on the exact same foundation. Whether it's function calling for direct tool integration, React, which forces the model to generate explicit verbalized thoughts before acting, or a multi-agent setup orchestrating handoffs between different agents. While these frameworks structure the data differently, their core substrate is absolutely identical: perceive, reason, act. If you understand this shared loop, you essentially understand the architecture of the future. Which leaves us with a truly explosive question to ponder. If this core loop of perceiving, reasoning, and acting is essentially solved, if the basic engine works, what happens when we move beyond just searching the web? What happens when we give these agents access to hundreds of real-world tools simultaneously, connecting them to our bank accounts, our calendars, our corporate databases, our smart homes? The possibilities are staggering. Now that you know the loop, next is how an agent actually calls a tool, function calling, explained.